Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica O'Neill and I'm the owner of Domestic Bee. Today's video is the coronavirus and working from home. It is a struggle for some people working from home if you're not used to it, and it does take discipline, and it's not as easy as what people think, especially now that you've got maybe a partner and your kids also, where you have to do school, homeschooling. So I've got 7 tips here for you today, and I'm going to jump right in and we'll get to the first one. So the first one is to have a schedule, a daily schedule. Put it up on the fridge or the wall where everyone can see it and read what's going on. Then I suggest you have your breakfast all together, sit at the table, discuss what you expect of the kids for the day. So usually, you would start off with them after breakfast is to brush their teeth, get dressed, make their bed if they, age appropriate, feed the animals, unload the dishwasher, little chores that are age appropriate to them. Then after that, we are normally more productive in the morning. So perhaps start your work and then, lock in some time for them to do their schoolwork, or if they don't have any, to do some reading and have a little bit of, quiet time for them to pick up something else to do while you block in some of your own time. So that is tip number 1. And tip number 2 is remember it may be unrealistic to work 9 to 5, especially if you have young preschool children. They don't understand that mummy's got to or daddy's got to work 9 to 5 and you have your 3 breaks and that's it. So with that, you may have to work, you may have to get up an hour or 2 earlier in the morning. You may have to work while they nap. You may have to wait until your partner gets home so that they can take over and you can work then. So unfortunately, it's just not going to be the general 9 to 5 anymore. You just have to work around it and do the best that you can for what works for your family. Job, and then you come home, then tend to your family. Now you have to do your job, look after your kids and homeschool them. So you've got all these extra things that you're expected to do. So be a little bit don't be so hard on yourself. Do the best that you can. Don't stress if you don't get it all done. There is always tomorrow. So if you can schedule the night before the 3 things that you need to get that day in your work, and anything else after that is a bonus. So I suggest if you could do something like that, it will make you feel productive and it'll be easier on everyone. Okay, so tip number 3, set up an office, either in a spare bedroom or away from the hub of the house. If you have no choice, then part of the dining table. It's going to be a little bit hard, but only sit at your desk when you are working. So when you are away from your desk, you're at home, and when you're at your desk, you're at work. This lets people know that when you're sitting there, you're working. Okay, tip number 4, keeping in contact with your co-workers can be a bit tricky. So there's a few platforms that you can use. Zoom, which you can have 40 minutes of free Zoom time. And there's also another one called Slack, S-L-A-C-K. It's an app. That one where you can all talk to each other. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of people that have their own businesses and have their staff use Slack, and they find that really good. So it's something that you can try out also. Number 5, to try and help stop interruptions. This is going to be a hard one, but if you can make yourself a big stop sign or a quiet sign, whatever your kids recognise, when that is up on the door and you're trying to take calls from clients or from the office, put your sign up on the door, the back of your chair, or on your desk. So when anyone in the household sees that, they know to be quiet because you're on the phone. You can, with the kids, you can maybe, the ones that understand, maybe make it into a little bit of a game. So perhaps, the one who is the quietest, gets a little treat. So they can either choose the next movie, they can choose the game they want to play, what you're going to have for dinner that night, or a little treat. And if you make sure that throughout the day that each of the children get a treat or something like that, they're more inclined to perhaps try and be quiet for you. May not always work, but it's worth giving it a go. Don't forget to take the sign down either when you're finished, so that they know that they can talk to you if it's really necessary. We all need to remember that this is really new, not only to yourself but to your children. So it's really going to, probably by the time this is all over, everyone's gotten into their routine and then it's going to all change again. However, just like I said, try your best. But these things can help if you make it into a little game. Kids tend to like stuff like that. So that was number 5, and this is number 6. So schedule your breaks. So schedule your morning, your lunch and your afternoon breaks, and have that with the kids. Take your phone off and have that time just with them, so they feel like that they are getting some of your time during the day, and then they can discuss anything with you, or things that they want to do, whatever. And yeah, it's a good time just to have that with them. Tip number 7, this is a good one for the school age kids that can read, is to have a list on your fridge or wall called the bored list. So instead of them coming to you and saying, hey mum, dad, I'm bored, write a list of all the things that you know they enjoy doing, or things that they can do, including building, I remember we used to love this, is building a cubby house under the dining room table. So if that's not your workplace, then perhaps they can do something fun like that. So do a list of everything that they can do. Another interruption you'll get is I'm hungry. And that's a common one. Even though you'll have the breakfast and the morning tea and the afternoon tea and dinner, they'll still want to eat. So perhaps have a container on the table or on your bench with their snacks, their allocated snacks for the day, and just tell them it's up to you. When that's gone, there's no more. That will help also with the interruptions. So that's my 7 tips for the day. When I think of some more, I will be sure to bring them to you. Hopefully that would have helped you a little bit, to give you some strategies anyway to help with the kiddies. And if you're working actually from home by yourself, do the same thing. Make sure that also, I did forget to mention, for yourself to show up is to have your shower, get dressed, do your hair. Don't work in your pajamas because it will not feel like work. So when you don't, so just wear obviously comfortable clothes, not your stilettos and high heels, but just to get ready like you for work. Don't do it from bed to breakfast in pajamas. It doesn't work that way. It's a mindset, and when you feel like you've shown up and you're dressed, you will feel ready to start your day. So like I said, if you're even working from home and you're by yourself, do the same thing, get up at the same time, do your morning routine, what you would normally do before going to work. Bonus is you don't have to travel to work, but get dressed, do your hair and show up. And that is it for the day. So I will see you soon. Take care. Share the video if you think there's anyone that would like some of the information I have in there. Subscribe and the like button, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.